Hey guys, Time Itself here. There hasn't been a whole lot of Call of Duty on this channel recently, and I thought I'd talk about why for a little bit. Ghost has its ups and downs, though whoever thought Martyr Dog would be a good idea, yeah, no. But, well, there are so many garbage games due to the bad matchmaking. One of the things that results in is bad connections, which is what you're seeing here, and you're going to see what it takes in order to get a host migration in Ghosts. Another issue with matchmaking is that games usually aren't full. You throw in these larger maps in Ghosts and a lower player count, and suddenly, well, things get really slow and boring. It's not at all surprising to see only 2 or 3 people, or even just one guy on the enemy team. And those games, those aren't fun, and as a commentator, what am I going to do with those? I don't understand what's keeping matchmaking from filling in the rest of the game. On a typical night, I feel like I'm lucky if half the players I play against are from the US. It's pretty common to see players from Brazil, Chile, New Zealand, Australia, Japan, India, Turkey, Greece, Spain, yeah, you name it. It's pretty much anywhere in the world. It's kind of cool, but at the same time, those connections in those games, not so good. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by how well the game handles the laggy connections. But when you're teleporting around the screen, it becomes really hard to take anything seriously. I mean, who knows what the other players are seeing? I just know that what I'm seeing, yeah, I wouldn't take anything that happens in one of these games seriously. And it doesn't take a whole lot at this point to convince me this game is just silly when I'm playing, and, you know, some guy doesn't see me, doesn't shoot back when I walk around the corner, and he should kill me. And it's like, oh, well, then not really that cool to watch this gameplay, is it? If I was in the habit of trying to talk to the people in the games I was playing with, that would be rather difficult in this situation. Also, Ghost has removed the ping indicators, and that makes the whole situation even more confusing. I don't know if that guy's lagging or I'm lagging. You know, who knows who the host is, or if we've actually managed to pull up one of the few dedicated hosts for the game. In all, it's just impossible to tell what's going on, and as soon as something smells a little bit off, like getting a mutual kill right there, I just kind of blame lag and everything, and well, it's hard to have a lot of fun when that's all going on. And just little things, and suddenly you're thinking, oh, well, this game is just a freaking mess. Take this game I played last night, for example. The guy that just joined, he's from India. The other team, mostly from Brazil. Most of my team from the US. Why the matchmaking decides it wants to throw in a guy from India in a US versus Brazil game, basically, yeah, well, I'm glad he left pretty much immediately. He would not have had a good time. There are a few issues I can already guess at with matchmaking. The first is DLC. We already have one DLC item even before the one that just came out with the Maverick and everything, but that was Freefall, and if you had people who were playing with who bought the game used, as I did, you were probably in a sub-playlist for people who didn't have the Freefall map, even though I don't think anybody ever wanted to play with it. Maybe that's not the thing, though. Another is that it seems to want to match teams up with each other. We've known for a long time that being in a team was a good way in order to play people who were playing solo. That was just the way Call of Duty matchmaking worked. They'd fill up most of the other slots with people who were playing solo, and then there wouldn't be enough space left for a team. But if there aren't a whole lot of players in that team matchmaking list, well, then it's going to have to go international in order to pull people in for a game. A potential issue, though I don't think it's one for myself and my group of friends, is the skill-based matchmaking. Now, as I understand it, it's supposed to just keep the really bad newbies from playing against the skilled pros. So while most of the people I play with, most of my friends, have a KD of around 1. I think I have the highest in my group at about a 1.7, not quite even that. So that should not be limiting the number of players, I mean, the size of the matchmaking pool it's willing to match us up against very much. I mean, I don't expect to play against any 0.2 KD players. I know they're out there. But just really, that should not be significantly harming how many people it would be willing to match us up with. Another theory that they've come up with is that Google Fiber is just too awesome, and it's like, oh, you have an amazing connection. You can play with anybody, anywhere. But that doesn't explain why it has such a hard time putting people into games in progress, so yeah, I don't know about that one. It really is ridiculous, though. I showed the gamer tag of the guy on the other team is from New Zealand. I got a guy on my team from Australia. And again, most of the other team is from Brazil, and most of my team is still from the US. And we had that guy join in from India at the beginning of the game. This is common issues for Ghosts, and it really makes for a not-so-fun game, where especially you feel like, oh, everything that goes wrong, oh, that's because of lag, it's the game being stupid. I don't really like doing negative ranty videos like this, but I just have not been putting out Call of Duty content, and this is ostensibly primarily a Call of Duty channel, so I figured you guys deserve some kind of explanation at least, and the answer is I'm just not having fun because the matchmaking is so bad. Anyway, it's still Call of Duty, it still has its fun moments, and hopefully still gets some more videos out yet. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you later.